somewhere over there. I don't think we're gonna need that one exactly. So we'll just jump down and try to land on something, otherwise you're gonna take damage. If you do, it's, as far as I've seen, it doesn't register, so it's really not that big of a deal.
Justine?
Okay. Your next order of business is to get up underneath this trapdoor right here. I'm going to pause the recording because it does take a little bit of time. It's a little bit time consuming. So I will show you the end result, but I'm going to pause it there for a second. Alright, picking up where we left off. This is the construction I made. 1 box, 2, 3, a barrel, and such. And this should allow us to reach, I haven't gone up there to actually test and see to be sure, but we did use most of the boxes. 2 trunks and a box left over, so you are going to need most of what's up there. If you didn't grab the ladder from the hallway, you have to kill, you have to use the spear because otherwise you're not going to be able to do this part. Ouch. Let that swing freely. It's too high up to reach. Okay, and you're out of the first section. If you just follow it left the whole way, you aren't going to run into any dead ends. And there's no way to avoid that falling damage. Alright, first thing you're going to want to do is turn around, and there is no cylinder.
Speak into the phonograph, Basile, mon chéri.
What did you put into the wine?
Absinthe, silly Basile. Strong men like you don't drink wine. Wine is for helpless women, like myself.
My head. What is this thing? Get me out. I'm not up for your games.
No. You have to say it first. How beautiful am I?
Plenty. Now let me out of this thing.
No, that is not what you say.
Your beauty is blinding. Ah! My eyes! What have you done to my eyes? Justine, this isn't funny. You've blinded me.
Ha ha! Can't catch me now.
I'll kill you, you whore!
Continue on. Follow the trail of blood to the left into the torture room. Plenty of interesting drawings in here.
Congratulations for coming this far. I'm so excited for you. I do hope you managed to save Monsieur Fournier. He was a friend and a colleague of my papa, you know. Friendly fellow, a real bon garçon, but frail of mind. He puts up an impressive front, but it is all an act, I assure you. Please, go on. We are just getting started.
Third note. Newspaper article. Travesty at the conservatory. Many Parisians had gathered last night to enjoy the performance of Violin Virtuoso Malo de Vigny. It was to be the grand premiere of several new arrangements of songs by fellow composer Georges Bizet, but the evening took an unexpected turn. Young Malo de Vigny turned up visibly intoxicated. His violin cried as the bow was jerked across the strings. The audience seemed forgiving at first, but started to boo the man off stage as he defaced the beloved song La Rose et la Belle. The stress apparently got the best of the young musician as he threw his bow into the audience and finally collapsed. Mademoiselle Justine Florbel, who is, according to rumors, romantically involved with Monsieur de Vigny, looked quite amused by the event and had two of her friends, Basile Guiraud and Al Racine, carry him off stage. The evening was saved by other musicians at the conservatory who were able to perform a most delightful impromptu concerto in Malo de Vigny's absence. The audience showered their saviors with praise, and calls for encore were awarded with spectacular pieces by both Offenbach and Chopin. Now entering the library. The gloomy space downstairs had become a playground, a mysterious place for Justine to discover with her friends.
On this next piece, you should be looking for some divine inspiration. Time to delve into your spiritual side. What do you see? Is the man begging for mercy, or is he being blessed? Perhaps both. Father used to say there were no right answers. Have the light guide you.
Two tinderboxes on the second shelf in the first room to your left. There's also the slide number 2 is in here. If you want, you can go ahead and light this. You are going to need to save at least one tinderbox for later, and as to why will soon become apparent. Okay, cross over into the right room, first room to your right. This is where the next note is found. Dear Monsieur Flaubert, this is Justine's father. I am sorry to hear about your daughter Justine's unruly behavior. Rest assured that this does not diminish your work, nor does it make your idea of the natural developing mind less appropriate as a field of study. I have met plenty of scholars here in London enthralled by your hypotheses and stated that it could be one of the most important ideas of the modern era. It has been suggested that the mind is not only molded by experience, but could be stricken with disease without psychological sign. Perhaps this line of thinking could be applied to your child. I wish I could devote my letter to consolation. However, I write to you with a request. I require passage into Algeria, and I need Frenchmen of great standing to vouch for my person. I am certain the name of Florbel would greatly speed the process and grant me the permits I require. It pains me to ask this of you in your time of distress, but if you could suffer my inconvenience, I would be greatly in your debt. Yours sincerely, Herbert. For those who have played the original game, Herbert is the man which Daniel went to the Algerian expedition with, and the one that eventually dug him out. Results. The tests have been going well. The most long-term, and in a sense the most promising one, is the light box. Having Justine choose a slide, essentially a mood, for every day is a great way to see the larger overall development of her mind. She definitely reads things into the slides I had not foreseen. Her remarkable imagination turns the characters into just about anything, and she is able to effortlessly reduce all her experiences into one of the 4 character slides. Using the puzzle lock has proven more difficult, as she tends to always choose 2 slides with the characters facing the same way. I have asked her why this is, but she doesn't seem to fully understand what I'm asking. That's going to be important later. Another tinderbox. I believe that's everything in this room. Now, rather than go to the next one to the right, we're going to go to the next to the left side. There's another tinderbox. This is a room you're going to be returning to. If you've played Amnesia, you kind of have a good idea as to why. Third slide. Next up. Soul Journal entries. Justine, age 8. Today I played outside with Clarice. We saw a bird pick at a snail. It carried it off and landed on the lawn fence. The snail had a shell and it cracked. Clarice cried and I comforted her. The new maid heard us and came out and scolded Clarice for playing with me. The bird took off into the air. Today I was the one with open arms. Justine, age 9. Today I played with the slides from Father's light box. Above all, I like the man.